Welcome to Let's Talk Debt. I'm Anthony Schifano, and the goal of this channel is to make debt actually fun to talk about. That's not an easy one, so I look forward to doing my best for you there. So, my goal here is to provide you with educational content to cover current events, and more than anything, to break down a lot of the taboos surrounding debt. It's a topic that people very rarely talk to each other about. It's a topic where a lot of people have a lot of shame and misconceptions around it, because it's not something that's taught. It's something you really have to seek out. It's not taught in high school, it's not taught in colleges. To my knowledge, there's not a single high school or college in the country that has a mandatory class on debt. A lot of schools are starting to get elementary courses in personal finance, which may have a debt component. That's great. But with how big of impact debt has in our modern economy, it is critical to understand all of the debt products out there, which ones to maybe use, which ones to completely avoid, and how to manage debt properly in the modern age. So whether that's getting out of debt, whether that's using debt and leverage to help with certain things, certain purchases for certain goods and services in life, and when that makes sense or maybe doesn't, debt is something that we all need to have a really good understanding of. So, a bit on my backstory. Super interested in finance all my life. Got interested in the topic for the first time when I was very, very young. So, from a very young age, always a rabid saver, always putting away money in my savings account. I used to thoroughly enjoy going to the bank, seeing them add the interest on each deposit, on each statement that they'd give me. Back when you still had a paper passbook for your savings, they'd actually write it in pen. From there, I got into investing, and from there, it really just piqued my interest in finance. I was lucky enough to get a couple of shares from my great-grandfather in Walt Disney, and that was my first experience with investments. From an early age, it was very telling. When you're young, you have those moments where you start to piece together things, but you're not mature enough, you're not developed enough to articulate them. That big moment for me that really launched me into this career path and my journey to try to teach people about this stuff was after he passed. Disney would pay its dividend checks right around Christmas time every year, and I remember a young version of myself sitting there looking at the dividend check from Walt Disney and saying, man, to a degree it's like he's still with us. And from there, the ball just kept rolling, just got more and more interested in financial topics and using knowledge of financial products to make my life better. And just a really keen interest in making that information available to others so that they could help not only them, but provide a really good legacy for their families. So that's what brought me here in a nutshell, what pushed me into getting my bachelor's in finance and to provide educational content to lovely people like you. All right, I think that is a wrap. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, and have a great day.